Hello, welcome to my channel. We're just going to get another general message from Spirit and see what comes out today. Thank you everyone who subscribed to my channel, liked and commented on the videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Welcome to everybody who is new. If the video resonates with you, I would love if you would subscribe as well. Please remember these are collective readings and not everything will resonate with you necessarily, but that's okay. Just take what does and leave the rest behind. Also, there is no gender, so you can change the roles as you need to. I just read what's on the card so it doesn't get confusing. The moon, and I heard what was hidden will soon be seen. Six of Swords, I heard get ready. Nine of Cups, I heard wish fulfillment. The World, I heard beginning of a new cycle. What's the moon? Death. Six of Cups, 66. Nine of Swords, 99. Yeah, so with this moon energy and death, how I heard what was hidden will soon be revealed, or whatever I said. I feel like it's this energy here where in the past you kind of like have been in your head about something, whether or not it's going to like come to fruition, or when is my next cycle going to start, when are my blessings going to come in, something like that, right? Something that you've been waiting for and putting a lot of time and effort into, like holding space for. I feel like it was starting to kind of like weigh on your heart a little bit, weigh on your mind a little bit, but I feel like with the World being here, that this past cycle of this waiting energy is closing out, and then this energy here of wish fulfillment is coming in with the Six of Swords, and especially with the moon, with the whole what will like being revealed here with death. Like no more secrets, no more confusion, full clarity. The Tower, yeah, I feel like this is knocking out this whole row, this Tower energy. So no more being in your head, no more like waiting around like in the past, no more like worry or anything like that, right? I feel like this Tower energy is kind of just like wiping out this energy here. Oops. And kind of like that. And this wish fulfillment energy is on its way in. Need some more. Seven of Cups. Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Empress. Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, 88, Ace of Cups, and the Magician. So we're on the King of Swords. I feel like this King of Swords person, yeah, I put two of Wands. I feel like they're in some kind of like planning mode. Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, and the Ten of Cups, 10, 10. A lot of double numbers in this reading so far. So, this King of Swords person, I feel like they're in a very impulsive energy, which I feel like is very out of character for them. So, with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords here, I actually feel like this is their energy combined. So with the Page of Pentacles, it's like a newer kind of energy, right? Like maybe you're learning something, or coming forward with something, but it's like a new energy, like for this energy, it feels out of character, right? So this person is used to being very stoic and like in control of their emotions. Like they got their sword in their hand. They know how to use it, as far as like they're speaking very clearly and conveying themselves in the way that they feel is in control, right? So not being emotional, not like giving away their temperament, really. I feel like it's a very stoic kind of energy, but I feel like that's their natural state, but I feel like they're kind of being taken out of that energy because of their feelings for you. They're wanting to come forward and talk to you. Can I get some more on the Seven of Cups? I feel like this person, they're not used to not being in control, right? So I feel like that's what's holding them back, is the sense of like, they feel like destabilized because they're not used to not being able to control their emotions. I feel like when they start to think about you, this is the energy that like overwhelms them, this like overflowing energy of love. And they're not used to that, right? But I feel like it's not so much like freaking them out or like scaring them in that sense. It's just like they're trying to figure out how to come forward and talk to you without, how do I explain this? Okay, this person is super in their emotions, right? So the way that they're presenting themselves in this energy is a little bit like mushy and like impulsive, right? Like just kind of want to blurt out I love you, or kind of want to blurt out all these like things that they feel. But with this being their natural state, that's something that throws them off balance because they don't like to do that. But they're trying to figure out how to like find balance between the energies of being in control of their emotions and being able to speak clearly, and convey their message in like a controlled manner instead of like mushy and kind of like not in control. I feel like they're having a hard time trying to figure out the words here with the Seven of Cups. It's kind of like in their head, like, how do I say this? What do I say first? What if she has this reaction? Then what do I do? You know, it's like they're kind of like planning. I heard worst case scenario and best case scenario. So I feel like this person is a planner, right? So I feel like it comforts them to have a plan, especially being taken out of their normal energy here, where, you know, they like to be in control of their thoughts and emotions. They don't like to say too much. They don't like people to know what they're thinking and feeling, right? They like to be in control of that. But when it comes to you, they're not in control of that. Their emotions like just completely overflow, and I don't know, it's like this person doesn't want you to see them as like being obsessed or something. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's a worry. Like they're deep in worry, and it's like projection what they're feeling because they don't want you to think of them as being like, I keep hearing soft, but I don't really like that. But it's like in their own mind. They're calling that's like their own comparison, right? So in their mind, they're used to being kind of like tough and closed off, and you make them soft. And that's an energy that they're not used to, and they don't really identify with. So that's kind of why they don't want you to see them in that way. But in its natural state, you know what I mean? Love is love, and love is soft, and it's a beautiful thing if you allow it to happen. But this person isn't used to that. They do want to be loving to you. It's just that they want to say it. They want to say what they want to say in the right way, right? But I feel like they have a hard time controlling their emotions, like I said, when they're around you. I feel like I just heard eye contact. So I feel like once you guys lock eyes, I don't think they're going to be able to control anything that they say. I feel like this Ace of Swords energy is just going to be, I'm just like, I'm seeing actual like letters shoot out of someone's mouth as far as like, you know, just blurting out everything that they're thinking and feeling. I don't think that they're going to be able to control it. Yeah, you are their wish fulfillment. I mean, you got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups here. You know what I mean? This person wants to build like that beautiful future together. They want to have that happy home environment. They want to grow together. They want to learn together, right? I heard reciprocity. Yeah, like I pour into you, you pour into me. We take care of each other, right? Can I get some more on the King of Cups? Or excuse me, King of Swords. Yeah, King of Cups came out. See, this person is super in their emotions. I meant to say King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. High Priestess. Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Wands, 66. The Star, and the Page of Swords. I feel like this energy down here is, I'm actually getting like parent energy from this card. It's like, I feel like this Emperor's person's parents are in like a really proud energy when it comes to like this person's growth. I feel like this person, this Emperor, I feel like this Knight of Wands energy is kind of like the energy that their family knows them to be in. And when they met you, it like flipped a switch, and like it was pretty obvious to everybody that's close to this person that they were changing, but it was like for the better, you know what I mean? They could tell that this person was, I don't feel like this person told their family or friends like why they were making these changes or like what sparked these changes at first, but I do feel like everybody knows now that you were the reason that this person started to make these changes. I feel like this person, this emperor, had like a I heard epiphany, where you know they were sitting there and like dissecting their life, and I don't feel like they were very happy in this Knight of Wands energy, right? It's not very fulfilling. Yeah, it's instant gratification, but it's not deep. It doesn't have any substance to it, right? And I feel like this person was just kind of like, you know, not wanting to do that anymore. So they decided that, you know, they wanted to make changes to be a better person. And I feel like that's kind of the, when they met you, it was like they had decided already that they didn't want to have this lifestyle anymore, and which elevated their vibration to like pull towards you, right? Because you have a very high vibration, you live from a place of love, and spirit puts you in people's lives to raise their vibration. So this was a connection that came together because this person decided to make a change energetically. They started to make those changes, so it started to align with you. And this, when this person met you, it was like, I heard game over. They knew that you were something special to them, right? They knew that this was going to be an important relationship in their life. They didn't know exactly what it meant that they were feeling this way, but they knew that something was happening to them where they felt this need to change, right? So I feel like they started doing all the inner work. They started to grow. They came into their Emperor energy, and I feel like now this is the energy of the people in their lives. Like this, everybody is watching you. Actually, I feel like I should switch these. So like you're the center of attention and of this person's mind and their friends and family's attention because of how this person talks about you, right? So it's like this person is always talking about how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how loving you are, how kind and generous, like all these beautiful things, right? I feel like they just talk about you all the time in a really high light. And I feel like so like with this parent energy, how I was saying they feel like a proud kind of energy coming from them. It's like these parents, you know, they weren't exactly happy to have their son in the energy of being this like player and non-committal type of person, right? But this person came into alignment with themselves, and now they're in alignment with you. And I feel like this family group or this family couple or family dynamic and friends, whoever's around them that can see these changes, are a little bit shocked. Like, see her face on the card. I feel like they are a little bit shocked to find out that like you were the inspiration all along, but in like a good way, you know what I mean? Because I feel like these parents wanted this person to settle down, right? So stop acting like a kid when you're a grown adult, right? That's kind of the energy I'm getting. And now that they're seeing their son in this energy where they're like just like flipping head over heels in love, it's a beautiful thing. And I feel like they're just like, I feel like I'm seeing in my mind, I'm seeing them like holding their heart. It's like a just this overwhelming sense of love, right? Like you're so happy for your son in this moment. That's what I feel like they're feeling. And you know, everybody has some, I don't know, I'm seeing the news feed of a social media. So maybe this person has access to your social media and has been showing their parents and their friends your social media or something like that, but some kind of access to you for other people to see what a beautiful way that you live your life. And you know, these people have like this deep sense of admiration for you as well, because they can see what a beautiful person you are. And I feel like they're just really happy that their son in this scenario has found somebody that fills their heart, right? That's all they've ever wanted for this emperor person, is somebody that could fill their heart. Because I feel like this person, you know, while they were living in this Knight of Wands energy, it was not fulfilling, right? And as a parent, that's going to break your heart when you know that your kid is not happy, right? And so I feel like now that they can see the happiness and the joy and the love inside of this emperor, they're just like so filled with love as well. So there's like a dual love here, right? There's a dual love there's a love for their son finally finding this fulfillment within themselves, right? And there's a love energy for you because they're just so grateful that you came into this person's life to show them what it could feel like and what it could be like to be in love. So let's get you some oracles. some messages from this Emperor, see what he has to say. You are the person I have dreamed of. Don't want to let you go. Your affection makes me weak. I see a future with you. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, this person is deep in their emotions. You know what I mean? It's a very reflective energy, but also like a very fired up energy, right? So this person is trying really hard to figure out how to come forward and like what to say, because they do want to lay it all on the line. They do want to tell you how they feel. They want to come forward and see if you want to move things forward. So I feel like they're going to take that leap of faith here with I see a future with you and don't want to let you go. You know what I mean? They don't want to have this be a missed opportunity. So they're going to shoot their shot and they're going to come forward and tell you how they feel. So I hope that resonated for you. I hope that brought you some clarity. Please like, subscribe, or comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.